예쁘고 약간 좀 섹시한
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel and you're most welcome to today's video. We are having another really interesting video today where black men are sharing their dating experiences in Asia and with Asian women. Some experiences are surprisingly positive, some may be a bit complicated, and some completely breaking the stereotypes that people have often said about black men. So we are going to watch these clips and then we shall react. We shall give our views in the comments. Let's jump into this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch up with you.
Who is coming?
Yeah, mine.
Where you from?
Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from.
I'm from Japan too.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm from Ghana.
Ghana?
Yeah.
Wow. I like black men.
You like black men?
Yeah.
You ever had a black man?
Yeah.
How many times?
One time.
One or two? Be honest. One or two?
Huh?
One or two?
One?
One. How was it? How was it?
Good.
Oh my God! Good. You wanna have one more?
黒人の好きなところとかってありますか？
黒人かっこいい。
どういうところ？
なんかルーツとか文化大事にしてるところもそうだけど、普通に見た目かっこいい、ね。見た目かっこいい。かっこいいよね。ドタイプ。
それは顔ファッション。
顔もファッションも髪型も。
あ、もう全部。
全部。
で海外から来てるもんね、全部。
全部。
で
黒人の方とかも付き合いたいですか？機会があれば。
Of course. Of course. Of course.
Hi.
Black guys like Asian girls. Okay, let's hear this theory. All black guys like Asian girls because their dicks are big.
Honestly speaking, as a black man, I cannot verify that's the reason because I do not see a lot of black men, Asian women couples. I honestly see more black women, Asian men couples than I do like the other way around. Like no cap, this is real shit though. If this was a white girl or a Latina, I can give a 4-page essay on why black men love these women or are messing with these women. But Asian girls, like I honestly go blank. But here's my theory on why black men love Asian women, all right? Here's my theory. Black people in general just love Asian culture. The hood loves Asian culture. When it comes to the food, we got niggas that swear on God that the Chinese food in their hood better than actual Chinese food in China. Man, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, they had the honorary black card. They are invited to the cookout. Hood niggas love anime, bro. We got some people right now doing 25 to life, all right? They is not snitching. They would tell you right there, Naruto never snitched on his homies, all right? That's not his ninja way. Bro, so our love for the culture is definitely gonna rub off on the people too. So that's just my theory about it though.
What's it like being black in Japan?
I'll tell you an experience I did have. I was talking to a Japanese girl online. We were talking and she was very sweet and whatnot, but she would have these weird moments where she would get like really drunk and whatnot or whatever, and then she would like block me. And she would just block me, right? And it seemed like she liked me, but she kept blocking me, and then all of a sudden she just blocked me altogether. So I don't think she necessarily liked me personally. It was kind of like, oh, this is a black guy, it's a spectacle. Let me talk to him for a little bit or whatever, and then move on. And I've heard a lot of other people talk about that same experience where it'll seem like someone's into them, and then it's kind of just like they kind of distance off once they get their fix of a foreigner. But it's not with every Japanese. I'm not going to say that, but it's some of them are like that, especially counting like what their niche is, you know.
So like, are black men into like Asian women or not? Because I need my answers. I feel like if I do like a guy that's like African American, I just feel like I wouldn't have any like, I just think they wouldn't like me. Like, I don't know, like especially how I look and like that I'm Asian, I just feel like that's not something they would go for. Like, black women are beautiful, so I understand why, but like I feel like that would be always their first choice, and I feel like I would basically like they wouldn't pick me. Like, give me a chance, y'all. Like, I promise I'll treat you good, even though I might not be like, but like I got a big heart. Bye. Let me know though. I might be plotting on someone. I don't know though.
So a while ago, I was on a date with a Chinese girl, and she received a phone call from a Chinese guy
who offered her like $70,000 if he would marry her. And you know, this kind of thing is pretty common in China. Like as I said in previous videos, Chinese guys are out here dropping major bags on women. And I think attractive women here, pretty much if she's decently physically attractive, she's probably had that experience of a rich guy offering her a decently large amount of money for something. So I think the women here are kind of desensitized to the idea of dating a rich guy. I don't think they're that impressed by dating a rich guy compared to women in other countries, because a lot of Chinese guys, you know, they treat money like water and they just throw it everywhere.
Things I had to get used to dating a Thai woman. They like feeding you. But first, as you know, I live in Thailand. They love feeding you. I never had it this much. And I'm talking about taking the fork and putting it into your mouth. They like eating together. Very, very family oriented. They're going to always ask you about your family. They're going to be invested into the conversation with you. They're going to remember what you say too, because they're actually listening. I know fellas, sometimes you're not used to anybody listening to you. They actually be listening. Their femininity is unmatched. It's a built-in femininity. I know I'm going to get some women in the chest. He's a man child. Well, I'm a wealthy man child, so shut the fuck up. So especially when you're working really hard throughout the day or throughout the week, man, to have that femininity is absolutely amazing. It's unmatched. You can be upset, and your upsetness is gone because she's just so freaking feminine. Cooperation's at a 10. She's down for the team. She knows I'm a great leader. My track record breaks that down. And that's one thing a lot of women don't understand. If you're with a guy that's obviously super hyper successful, he has a track record of leading. Why don't you listen to him? Look at your track record. You don't have one. I mean, logically, if I'm wanting to be successful, I'm going to go follow that person with a track record of success. But for some reason, modern women don't understand that. It's my opinion's gotta matter. She listens, and I set her up for success.
What do you think all the foreigners shouldn't do living in Korea?
I know there's exceptions to the rules, but I highly recommend any guys, if you're planning on dating or dating a Korean woman, do not try, keyword try, not saying it won't happen, do not try to sleep with the girl on the first date. Like, it just don't do it. You're gonna probably ruin your chances. Like, it's not that serious. You know, take your time, get to know her more. Don't try it. Now, you know, if she's down for that and whatever she's up for, that's on you guys. You know, we're all adults, but don't make an active effort to just try to come out here and think you're about to get some, you know, easy stuff. It's gonna hurt your chances more than help.
Why do you think it's gonna hurt than help?
I think most Korean women don't really care for when you're making it very obvious you have some kind of, you know, one key agenda. No woman really likes a guy who's just kind of coming in with an agenda most of the time. So, and Korean women tend to get really offended when you try to do stuff like that.
I'm from Ohio.
I'm from Daejeon, Korea.
How old are you?
I'm 31 years old.
What's your name?
Isaiah.
What's your name?
Haegyang, but people call me Haley. I'm 32 years old.
How long you guys been married?
About 6 years.
How did you guys meet?
So I was stationed here in the Army. It was my first duty station. I didn't know much when I really experienced Korea. At first, I was being a typical soldier, standing outside in the Ville, outside the base, not really expanding my horizon here. I was at a bar in Itaewon about 6 years ago. She was sitting there at the table behind me. I spotted her out, and I was like, what's the way I can talk to her, get her attention without the usual annoying way? So I just made up something, and I was just like, hey, trying to take the train back to Pyeongtaek, back to base. Is this the right train I should take? And she was a little bit nervous about her English maybe, but she spoke it, and then she helped me out. And then I just, you know, beat around the bush a little bit, and then I eventually asked for her Kakao Talk, and then that's how I started. So we were long distance for a little bit because I got reassigned to upstate New York. So we had like a little small break, and then she came to New York, and then we followed each other ever since. New York, Colorado, Hawaii for a brief time, and Colorado. And after I met her, I started doing like local things.
How is the dating scenario as a black person in the Philippines?
I think it's still a taboo. Not every Filipino family, they are open for this kind of relationship as a black person. I think one of the taboo is the color, the racial taboo that we still live in until now, every society. And the culture is the more important. The culture is quite different from our culture. And this can be something that's very controversial in a singular relationship. When you have a relationship with someone, of course, you need to build your own culture in your relationship. But this needs to be based on two cultures.
Have you dated a Filipina before?
I have some experience.
How was the experience dating a Filipino comparing to a black lady?
I think the Filipinos have a culture of very protective woman. There's a certain things that we as a black men we like to do, but for the Filipino girls, it's a big problem.
Does Philippine girls love black men?
I don't know.
Do they?
The way you look at me like.
Because you can speak from experience.
From my experience, I really thought Black American were white.
It's true story.
Yes, that's a true story.
You gotta scroll down to the beginning to hear the full story.
Yes. So yeah, Philippine girls love black men. Maybe 40%.
That's about accurate.
That's very accurate. 40% of them like black men.
Yeah.
60% of them wants white men.
Well, I would say 50% of them wants white men, and then 10% of them don't even know that other race exists outside of white.
Yes, especially province area where I came from. We don't know that Black American exists, and I thought all American are white.
Yeah.
So yeah, you never know. But at the end of the day, a lot of Filipino will like you. Depends on your personality.
That's the most important thing. It all comes down to personality, especially there.
Yeah, so if you're a black man and you like Filipina, go to the Philippines. They will like you, especially you have a good personality. You're good to go. So look at me. I got a black guy and I love him to the bone. My baby forever. Mine. Mine. You're mine. You hear me? You are mine.
I hear you. You're right in my ears.
Don't date a Filipina, because I am currently in the Philippines and I am telling you, you need 4 important things. You need to be very strong. I can speak from fact because I am in the Philippines. If you must date the Filipinas, they're amazing. They are amazing to date. Beautiful. God damn. Oh, sorry for the grammar anyway. If you're gonna date a Filipina, you need 4 important things. 4 things. Number 1, you should be ready to listen to their jokes. Guys, the jokes are not always funny, but you need to listen to it and you need to laugh. Try as much as possible to not be plastic, okay? Because sometimes you may not understand the joke, but just laugh anyway. Number 2, Filipinos can be very loving. I mean, they love like crazy. They love you carelessly. They love you stupidly. They love you completely. That is a Filipina for you. They love without caution and without regards. Number 3, Filipina will give you unnecessary drama. Yes, if you must date a Filipina, be ready for an unnecessary drama, because if you don't laugh at the jokes, you get drama. If you don't carry their bags, you get unnecessary drama. Number 4, of course, you need to be aware that Filipinas are FBI. They are the biggest. If you know what FBI means, if you know Sherlock Holmes, if you know Detective Conan, that's a Filipino for you. They know where you are. They know what you're doing. They know if you're cheating. They know if you are going to cheat in the future. They're able to predict the future, the past, and the present. That's how smart Filipinas are. Please be strong. This is Peter James walking in the Philippines. Pompanes! I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Have you ever been on a date with a Korean girl?
That's actually my girlfriend right there. If you want to pan the camera to her, I fell in love with my girl because I feel like my experience over here, like with dating, I haven't really dated a lot of Korean girls. She's the only Korean girl I've been with, but my time with her has been amazing. We've been together for 3 years. I feel like the only thing that I would say is like you have to understand each other's backgrounds. You know, I grew up differently. I have different beliefs, and she does as well. But you got to compromise, you know, to make the relationship work.
How long have you been in Korea?
I've been here for like a month now, but this is my second tour over here. I was here before back in 2020. I was here for a year, but I'm doing an extra 2 years here now.
What's your name and where are you from?
Jay, and I'm from Mississippi.
Would you say like in Asia, Korea has the most beautiful girls?
Most definitely. My girl is the most beautiful girl in the world.
What type of Korean girls do you find attractive?
Established ones. Like I don't like younger women. Like I just like women who already have their shit together. You know what I'm saying? Been in school. You know, got a career going because I got some shit going for myself. So just established women in general.
For the most part, I'd say Korean girls are amazing. Personally, I think Korean girls are beautiful. It's like they're really kind. They have really great values. For me personally, I've made some pretty good connections. I've had like about 2 relationships the past 3 months.
It's all right. I haven't had any issues. It's very diverse. It's the same as the States.
So dating in Korea, man, everybody is with the same people. So if you dating one person, you probably dating 5 more people behind that. to be honest with you. It's a lot of stuff going on out here, but you know, it's a fun place.
You never know if the female have somebody on the side. It's complicated.
I'll say it's like 50-50. It's either they absolutely disgusted with me or they love me. It's either one or the other. I'm gonna be honest.
Most of the time that I see like interracial couples, it's mostly like Korean and white, whereas a lot of times as black people are seen as like fetishized or like a fun time, you know?
In China, when you want to look for the girl to get married, it's arranged by your family or you look for the girl by yourself.
Okay.
You look for the girl by yourself.
In my country, you look by yourself, but sometimes the parents can help.
Yeah, same culture in China.
Okay.
But in some of case, if the parent cannot help you, if you cannot look by yourself, could be another we call agent, right?
Agent, yeah.
Agent can help you.
Wang Hong.
Yeah, Hong Liang.
Hong Liang.
Yeah.
Hong Liang.
We have the Hong Liang club here. I will show you there, okay?
Oh, they can help them to find the girlfriend.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Look for a Chinese girl.
So you guys, if you want to find a Chinese girl, we can link you up.
Correct, yeah.
Wow.
This Hong Liang team is very fantastic. I will show you how because they just used to make like a very professional job.
Okay.
They help you to find the right girl.
They understand everything. To see if they can belong together.
Connect in the same channel.
Okay, that's it. So me, I think I'm gonna need these services because I've been struggling to get a Chinese girlfriend. I need a girlfriend.
Yeah,
you want to marry.
Why
not?
For the girlfriend, you don't need the kung fu. You have to be the good quality, like a good mind, and then you have to be the right person.
My first day here, it was a girl on Tinder. She wanted to meet, she hit me up. And I asked her like, do you like black dudes? She was trying to dodge the question, trying to answer my question with different questions, trying to just talk about random stuff. And then she finally answered. She was like, I admire you guys so much. You guys are so big, so strong, so talented, so funny. You guys are so good with women. You guys' bodies are just perfect. And she's like, I'm jealous of you guys. And it's like, okay. So that was weird. But I'm like, all right, let me just meet this girl and see what's up. Then the day we about to meet up, we supposed to meet at 3 o'clock. I'm out at 2 o'clock, she hits me up. She said, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I'm so scared. I'm like, yo, what the hell, bro? I wasn't even mad. I was just like, it made me feel weird about the whole situation. And I'm realizing that's how they really feel about us. Jealous and envious of our bodies. They love it. They love the idea of it. But when it's time to meet you on a human level, it's like, they can't do it. I don't know why. And they think black dudes want to hear that. Like, you're a black man that actually gets women all over the world. You don't really want to hear that, bro. You don't want to hear, we love your bodies, we love this, we love that, okay? As a man that actually gets women, that's not a turn on. That's not cute. That just shows that you see every black person as the same exact thing, which is cool. Like, I ain't judging. I understand. We're in the farthest part of the world from where black people are, but it's just like, people over here more envy black people than love. They love you out of fear. They don't really respect you as a black person. They respect the entertainment. They respect the music. They respect the basketball. They respect the talent. But you as a person, living every day, they don't respect that. You'll constantly get disrespect. You'll constantly get attitudes, and that's just the truth. And y'all can say it's global CZ, it's global CZ, it's you, it's the way you wear your shirt, it's the way you wear your hat, it's the color you're wearing. But bro, you realize I'm global CZ. People come to me every day, talk to me about their experience every day. I'm not just making this shit up. Other people literally confirm it. Filipinos tell me the truth every day. I'm global CZ. You can try to hide the truth from me, but I already know.
Thank you so much. If you are able to stay till this far, we have heard from the horse's mouth. And with that, we can say that some Asian women are really into black men. And given the fact that there are some Asian women who have also dated black men, and they are saying that it was good, it was fun, and with the black men's experience, where they are saying that Asian women are good partners, they are supportive, given also their culture, which emphasizes family, loyalty, and commitment, and then supporting your partner's ambition. And which man doesn't like such a woman who is supportive, who is loyal, who is there for you when you're chasing your goals? Who is there for you when you need that encouragement? I think every man wants such a woman. And if these Asian women are displaying such traits and also giving their culture, then that is a good one. Then also, some say the cultural differences can be so interesting. Some men say Asian food is the best. Some of them say that Asian women are really so caring. Then of course, some of the Asian traditions can be very interesting for these black men to learn their family structures, like discovering the traditional Asian foods. Then their holiday celebrations, of course, it can also be very interesting. Their dressing culture. We all know that Asians have a unique culture, from dressing to even their houses, those traditional houses. Then the different perspectives on family and respect also. So for such, it can be very exciting to experience cultural exchange. Yeah, and then also, of course, some Asian women can be so curious about the black culture, like say the black music and the pop culture, the hairstyles and fashion, and the cultural traditions of black men. And of course, some of those black men are saying that, however, personality also matters. Yeah, it's not just about the race, but someone's personality. So we cannot generalize that all Asian women are like this, all Asian women are like that, all Asian women are interested in black men, all Asian women are, open to dating outside their cultures or outside their races. The Asian women also look at someone's character, their personality, not just the skin color. But from what we have seen, we can say that Asian women are open to dating black men if they have a chance or if they come across one. Then some have shared that women from the Philippines are very strict, like they are very protective of their men. Yeah, I think that is their nature. They protect their territories. They don't want their men cheating with other women. That's what they say. And with black men, say especially if the Africans, they feel like when they date such a person who is so protective and jealous and they feel like he's controlling, it becomes a problem, it becomes an issue, because for them, they are used to going out with their friends to watch football or soccer, doing things with their friends without their partners. Like they are used to leaving their women at home and going out, of which to a Philippine woman, this becomes an issue. We have heard people talking about this. So if you're a black man who cannot keep up with that, of course, that relationship will fail. Then for those men who say that, some of the people or the Asian ladies that they were talking to, maybe they blocked them just out of nowhere. I don't think they were really into these men. They were just trying to maybe give it a try, but while in the heart, like they had mixed feelings about these black men. That's why they blocked them. That's why they called off the dates. But if someone is into you or is ready to date you, they will not do that. So with that, we can, I think, conclude that Asian women have no issues dating black men, only that maybe the issues may come with the parents if they don't agree with them. But I think it's better to discuss or to ask the girl, if you're really serious into her, whether her parents will be okay with you dating her or not, so that you don't waste your time. And with that, I'll end this video here. What do you think about Asian women and black men dating? If you found this video interesting, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.